A very good morning, dear children. Today we will be learning the remaining part of the chapter 6, that is substances in daily use. Production of substances. In that we are going to see rubber. Rubber is of two types, that is natural and artificial. Artificial rubber is called as, that is man-made. Natural rubber is obtained from gum or sap of trees, that is outer part of the tree. From that we are getting gum, that is called as sap of the tree or gum also, and from that we are getting natural rubber. This is called as latex also, means that gum or sap of the tree is called as latex. Rubber has a peculiar odor. Peculiar means, children, that is characteristic or special type of odor, and it is white in color. Means natural rubber has which color? That is white color. Now next topic is vulcanization of rubber. In the process of vulcanization of rubber, rubber is heated with sulfur for 3 to 4 hours, and for giving hardness to the rubber, sulfur is mixed in it. The proportion of sulfur in the mixture is determined by the purpose for which the rubber will be used. Now erasers, rubber balls, rubber toys, in these there is a proportion of sulfur, but that is in different proportion. In rubber bands, the proportion of sulfur is very small. Now we will see how this process of rubber invented. In the past, Charles Goodyear spilled a mixture of rubber and sulfur on a burning stove. After the stove was extinguished, he noticed that the rubber had become harder and less elastic. He repeated this experiment in a systematic way and invented the process of vulcanization. Due to this invention, the hard and tough tires of vehicles could be made. This made a revolutionary change in transportation. So, whatever tires made up from, that is Goodyear tires, that is the revolutionary change, and that we can use for transportation. Now, do you know? Rubber is a natural substance obtained by collecting the latex of a certain tree. Latex, we know, children, that is the gum or sap of the tree. Rubber trees are found in abundance in Brazil. Means most of the rubber trees we are looking in Brazil country. Later, these trees were planted in other countries too. Means afterwards, these trees they are planting in other countries also. The botanical name of this tree is Hevea brasiliensis. In India, the maximum production of rubber is in Kerala. Now, next topic is paper. Paper is the material formed from cellulose fibers of grass, wood, rugs or waste paper. These cellular fibers get intertwined during the process of formation of paper, and this network is called as paper. So whatever cellulose fibers are there, they are intertwined. Intertwined means they are attaching and they are forming a network, just like net. And due to that, it is called as a paper. Now, how this production of paper process is going on? That is process of manufacturing of paper. Coniferous trees like pine are used to make paper. The bark of the logs of these trees is first removed and the wood is broken into small pieces. The mixture of these pieces and some chemicals is kept soaking for a long time. It helps to form pulp. When the chemical process is completed, the fibrous substances from wood pulp are separated and some dyes are added. The pulp is then passed through rollers, dried to form paper, and finally wound on reels. Means first of all, in case of picture you can see these trees are there, that is pine, and these pine trees they are forming, that is logs, means big wood. Okay, and this log is going in case of this machine, and from that there is a formation of small piece of this big wood, and after that in that they are adding some chemicals and they are soaking, means in that chemicals this small piece of wood they are keeping for some time. Okay, then it helps to form pulp, and from that there is a formation of pulp, and then this chemical process completes and then there is a formation of wood pulp, and then in that wood pulp they are adding dyes, and the pulp is then passed through rollers, and then this pulp is passing through rollers, and from that there is a formation of paper, and that paper they are wound on the reels. So this is the formation of paper process. This process is very important for the point of your exam. Paper and wood are closely related. This paper and wood, they are closely related because from wood only we are forming paper. To save trees, it is necessary to use paper sparingly. Sparingly means we have to use this paper very carefully. Now, next topic is, that is, do you know? In India, the first factory to manufacture newsprint, that is, paper to be used for newspapers, was established at Nepanagar in Madhya Pradesh in 1955. Paper is also manufactured at Songarh in Gujarat. In Maharashtra, there is a paper factory at Ballarpur near Chandrapur. Now, next topic is always remember. Do not tear up blank pages of a notebook. Do not throw away old notebooks with blank pages. Means old notebook you can utilize for your rough work or for your homework also. The blank sides of advertising pamphlets, inner side of postal envelopes, the blank sides of calendar, pages and other such writable surfaces can be used to make notes, lists, to cover books, etc. Do not throw away or burn up such paper until it has been fully utilized like this. Means whatever calendars are there to your house, postal envelopes are there. There one side is blank only, children. So this blank side you can use for making notes or for making any list or for covering of your books. Whenever possible, try to use a pencil and slate. Okay, means with the help of slate and pencil we can utilize paper. Cooperate with people who collect paper from garbage or buy scrap paper. These people help in the proper reuse of resources. Means this paper you can use for the remaining resource also. So we have to help the people, those who are taking this paper from garbage. Now next topic is, that is, find out. First question, where was the process of making paper invented? The process of making paper was invented in China. In India, writing was done on Bhurjapatra much before paper was discovered. Means whenever paper was not there, that time in case of our country they were using Bhurjapatra for writing purpose. In China, paper was manufactured in 100 BC, means before the birth of Christ. Okay, so this Bhurjapatra and Bhurjapatra's writing material you can see in case of this picture. Now second question is, what kind of paper is used for our textbooks? What size is it? Our textbooks are made of paper called cream wave. Its size is A4 and thickness is 70 GSM. GSM is, children, that is gram per square meter. Now third question is, how is paper for currency notes manufactured? In our nation, the currency notes are made from cotton pulp, stems of balsam and special kinds of dyes. Some currency notes are made of starchy paper and fibers of clothing. The layer of gelatin is applied on the currency notes. Therefore, they remain crisp and straight. So here I shown the pictures of cotton pulp and balsam tree. So with the help of this balsam and cotton pulp, there is a formation of currency notes. And on these currency notes, there is a gelatin is applied, and due to that, these notes are becoming crisp and straight. Synthetic fibers or threads. Question is there on the basis of this. From which substances in nature can we get threads or fibers? We get threads and fibers from cotton, wool, jute, hemp, silk, etc. So all these pictures are looking in the picture. That is cotton, wool, jute, hemp and silk. Now second question. What are clothes made from? Clothes are made from fibers. Now there are some synthetic threads. Nylon, Dacron, Terylene, polyester and rayon are the names of various synthetic threads. Now, do you know? Silk is a natural thread or fiber obtained from the cocoons of silkworms. From one cocoon, 500 meters to 1300 meters threads can be obtained. It is said that silk was first produced on a large scale in China. Nylon, rayon, terylene, acrylic are all synthetic threads, and many articles in our daily use are made from them. Now, let us see more information about all these synthetic threads. Now, first synthetic thread is nylon. These threads were invented in the same time in New York and London. Therefore, the initials NY of New York and LON from London were combined to name of nylon. Nylon threads have a shine and are strong, transparent and water resistant. They are used to manufacture clothes, fishing nets, ropes, etc. Next synthetic thread is rayon. Cotton and wood pulp is dissolved in a chemical called sodium hydroxide to make a solution. Threads are obtained from these solutions with the help of machines. As these threads have shine and strength, they are said to be synthetic silk. They are appeared to shining bright like sun's rays. Hence, they were named rayon. So, this rayon has shining just like sun rays, and due to that, this synthetic thread is called as rayon. Now, Dacron, terylene and terine. Various hydrocarbons obtained from mineral oils are used to make polymer chains. Hydrocarbons means the compounds containing hydrogen and carbon. They are obtained from these mineral oils and they are used to make polymer chains. Polymer means that is a big chain is there and that is called as a polymer chain. A solution of such a polymer is pressed through a strainer with fine holes. Then this solution of polymer chain, they are pressing through a strainer with the help of that fine holes. The fibers formed after cooling are long and unbroken threads. These threads are twisted to obtain yarn. And then these fibers, they are cooling this fiber and then they are forming long and unbroken threads. And from this thread, there is a formation of yarn. Different types of chemicals are used to make threads of various properties. Suppose we want threads having different properties. Then in that we can use different chemicals so that we will get different types of threads. These different threads have been named variously as Dacron, terylene and terine. So these threads have names that is Dacron, terylene and terine etc. Now we will see the new words and their meanings. Hydrocarbons, substances obtained from mineral oil, that is called as hydrocarbons, means they are containing hydrogen as well as carbon. Polymer chain, that is long continuous chain formed by small interlink. Interlink means they are connected with chemical units, that is called as polymer chains. These two hard words came in case of the preparation of Dacron, Terylene and Terene. I hope you understood. Now we will see advantages and shortcomings of synthetic fiber. First of all, we will see, children, advantages. These fibers can be manufactured on a mass scale. Mass scale means on the large scale, and their cost is less. They are strong and durable. Durable means they are hard also. They can be used for a long time. Means this fiber, synthetic fiber, we can use for longer period of time. They are water repellent. Repellent means they are waterproof. Hence, do not rot or get wet. Means due to that there is no rotting process, or they are not getting wet also. So they dry easily. They are lightweight and comfortable to wear. As they have a shine, they enhance the appearance of wearer. So due to shininess, whenever anyone will wear this fiber or clothes made from this fiber, their appearance will look attractive. Clothes made from these threads are wrinkle free and scratch free. Means there is no scratches or wrinkles or from the clothes made from these fibers. Now next is shortcomings. Shortcomings, you can tell it as disadvantages also, children. They are water repellent, hence do not absorb sweat from the skin. They are waterproof, so clothes made from them when we will wear, so these clothes will not absorb the sweat from the skin. Continuous use of clothes made from these threads keep the skin moist, which may cause skin diseases. So obviously, if there is no absorption of sweat, then due to wearing clothes made from this synthetic fiber, there will be chances to get skin diseases. Now, third disadvantage is the synthetic clothes are uncomfortable to wear, especially in summer. We know very well, children, that is in case of summer, there is so much hot sun is there. So in this hot sun, we cannot wear the clothes made from synthetic fibers. Now, fourth disadvantage is synthetic fabric catches fire easily. Means the clothes made from these synthetic fibers, they are catching the fire easily. If they catch fire, the clothes stick to the skin and causes serious injuries. Serious injuries means big problem to our skin, that is causing due to catching of the fire. Last disadvantage is these fibers are not decomposed by microorganisms. So these fibers cannot decomposed by microorganisms, means microorganisms cannot decompose these fibers. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of synthetic fibers. Now always remember, save trees to save nature, save paper to save trees. Use paper properly and economically. Make full use of it and recycle the used paper. Means we have to save the trees for saving the nature. And if we will save the trees, obviously we will save the nature. And when we will save the paper, obviously we will save the trees. And we have to use this paper properly and carefully. And when we will use this paper, after that we have to recycle the paper. Although there are some disadvantages in using synthetic fibers, they can be useful if they are used in proper way. They reduce the load on the use of natural resources. So, we have seen just now there are some disadvantages of synthetic fibers. So, if we will use this synthetic fiber properly, then there is no load on these natural resources, that is air, water and land, because some fibers are natural fibers, and if we will use this, then we have to use these natural resources. So better way we can use these synthetic fibers and we will use it properly. Now what we have learned from the chapter substances in daily use. We use two types of materials, that is natural and man-made. Natural materials can be biotic and abiotic. Biotic materials are either of plant origin or animal origin. Rubber, paper and synthetic fibers are important man-made materials in our daily use. Man-made materials are obtained by using certain processes. Thank you, children.